everyone, good evening. Welcome to another not very scheduled Salliekat streams of Avernum. If all goes well, this will actually be the final stream of me playing Avernum. Well, Avernum 1 anyway. There's still Avernums 2 and 3. I'm not so sure about playing Blades of Avernum. I'd kinda rather get back to Blades of Exile. But anyway, for now, we have freed the demon Grah-Hoth from his imprisonment. And now I must go and find him in his new fortress and kill him for good. And that is not actually the way I want to go. Let's just hop across the river here. And I haven't been speedrunning this by any means, but I have been skipping a fair bit of side content. I don't think there's anything I really need to do in this ruined fort over here. Once upon a time, there was a fort here. It got destroyed by something with gigantic claws and fire. In other words, the Dragon Koth. The Royal Seal of the Empire. Strange. And I completely smash the serpent. Because I am far over their level. Somewhat less distantly above the level of the Eye Beast. Nice. Can I reach you from here? All of that slaughter, and I get bitten and poisoned by a snake. Also, hang on just a moment. I think I need to stop another program that is killing some of my processing power here. Resist paralysis. You do not resist sword. I knew one of these had a secret passage somewhere. Oh, boy, golem. Right, golem's on fire here. Smite does almost nothing. Hello, Lunar Sovereign. I'm so glad someone actually noticed this stream and dropped in. Peer into orb. Aha. I am Garzad, remember my name. One day there will be war between us and you, and I will lead the army that disperses and crushes you. Remember what you have wrought. There will be war. Fun. That one actually makes sense either before or after we kill the Emperor. Am I a little too quiet? Let me... Oh, weird. Yeah, I must have restarted OBS or something because my audio settings are not quite what they should be. It was working fine for recording the other day. Okay, I'm putting the thumbnail back up again. Well, no, that won't actually help because I need to see the thing I am tinkering with. Come on, let me boost your volume. There it is. Okay, getting into the yellow now, that's probably better. Thanks for commenting. I would not have caught that on my own. I don't always notice when little things like that go wrong. Ah, Teresa is slowed, that's why. Let's put an end to your nonsense. Nobody has a lockpick, probably because I have unlock level 3, so I don't really need lockpicks anymore. Okay, information about the Dragon Scroll that we don't need anymore. I could pick up some lockpicks. They wouldn't be good lockpicks, but I could have them. Ah, basilisk. No more basilisk. Okay, so it looks like what we can get from this place is some information, some money, and not a whole lot else. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Radiant robe and an enchanted necklace. Actually... Blocks 1 to 4 plus 3, blocks 1 to 4... I think I can have Luigi equip a shield if I put this robe on him. And have that not interfere with his mage abilities. Also, unlike some of the other games from Spiderweb, I have basically no way of identifying stuff like that necklace on my own without going to a sage. I mean, there's always the character editor. I was going to say I think I have enough ranks in Pathfinder that walking through swamps is no problem, and then that happened. Not that poison is a huge deal. Which is a funny thing to say right before entering a battle with poison fungus. So I've done basically all of the important things in the game except for killing Grah-Hoth. Right. A lone wandering human wearing tattered robes. He is quite mad. It's amazing he's still alive. When he gets close, he starts to rant at you. Came for the demon, I did. Came to battle Grah-Hoth. But his mind, it touched mine. Oh, the power. Oh, the ancient knowledge. Now I see how wrong it is to fight him. How wrong it is for you to fight him. Tell me you will not. Tell me you will never defy his majesty. So there's, sure. We will never fight him. We swear it. We will battle all evil in Avernum until our dying days. He nods satisfied and wanders off. After a minute, he looks back at you confused. He seems to have already forgotten everything about you. He wanders away. Maybe it would be best to avoid him in the future. Which means that if we walk a few steps away and run into him again, we can just repeat that encounter. We totally will fight Grah-Hoth. Foolish adventurers! I will dispatch you as a mercy. Otherwise, Grah-Hoth's torments will curse you eternally. You'll thank me later. When we're dead. The man waves his arms, and monsters form out of the rock under your feet. They all attack you. Okay, wizard and some golems. This shouldn't be too hard. Do I want to make anyone a divine warrior? Actually, I think what I want to do is do some healing on Teresa. And then we haste. And summon up some extra targets, why not? Hi there, Zach. And also Rhino Rocks. My favorite tactic will not work here. I cannot destroy you with fire. I do have level 3 Arcane Blow. Oh, but I'm wearing enough armor that it counts as being encumbered, even though I'm wearing a robe. Come on now. If I take the gloves off, is that enough? Well, I'll be darned. I actually can wear a good shield as a mage. Maybe. No, I can't. target you. Good enough. I see, the wizard is immune to energy blasts. And the golems take okay damage from it. They take better damage from my spear. Shades, are you doing anything? Okay, the shades are doing stuff, they're just doing it badly. Yeah, sometimes I like summoning spells, but mostly in this game I don't. Yeah, that's the main value of the Greater Shades, is they serve as alternate targets and distractions for my enemies. I'm having Teresa wail on the wizard because he is humanoid, and she's got skills that make her very effective against humanoid enemies. The garbage spell is good enough to clear out some goblins. Hooray, the wizard's down in only 3 hits. The golems are immune to fire, but the vampires aren't. I can only reach one of the vampires. Okay, the shades actually do a little bit of damage. Not great. Okay, this battle is more annoying than I thought it would be. Well, against trash tier enemies, Smite is actually pretty good. And actually, I think I will take that healing elixir. The mad dead wizard has a beautiful charm around his neck. I take it. It is a knowledge charm. Doesn't actually tell me what it does. I'm willing to bet it boosts my intelligence or spellcasting capacity somehow. Okay, we've been here. I'll take a nice restorative walk around the lava fields. take a rest right before coming through here. I can't rest in this part of the outdoors, it's far too dangerous. Right. In that case, I will certainly save. And I will do one of the few spells I can do in the outdoors, Beast Ceremony. And as opposed to doing nothing, which would happen before we released Grah-Hoth, now there's a massive basalt fortress with twisted closed iron gates. Now the gates open and a huge band of demons and other strange creatures emerge. They wait for you to approach, clearly ready to fight some humans. They jeer at you and dare you to defy them. Defy them I shall. You rush the barricade, the delighted demons bombard you with spells as you approach. But it doesn't seem to actually have much of an effect on me. Huzzah. And I've already got Demon Slayer equipped. Hakai may or may not be bothered much by acid. Let's do something I should have done the other fight and slow some of my enemies. No, I didn't want to cast haste, I wanted to cast slow. Oh well. And Repel Spirit is effective against everyone here. Scroll back and see what you did. You cast Divine Restoration on one of your Skella buddies. I'm sure that's a worthwhile use of your time. Right, skeletal warriors are immune to magic and or energy for some darn reason. I'm starting to really hate these enemies. And meanwhile, these are just regular zombies. So I can tear through them like tissue paper. Any of you drop anything useful? No. Actually, I wonder if I should go back and invest in some potions before I go all the way to Grah-Hoth. Oh great, more of you. I don't really have to fight these demons, but I kind of want to. Wait, no. First things first. Add buffs. Attack! Game, why do you keep putting my swordsman, who should be in the front row, way in the back, away from all the enemies? I'm still used to not having to individually target my slows. Oh, ice lances, I'm so scared. Oh right, Luigi has enough priest training that he can also cast Repel Spirit. I really need to remember that. But yeah, let's see if I've got any good... I have 1 energy elixir, a Rod of Arcana. I could maybe deal with some more elixirs here. Although I could also see what all potions I can make. I know all the recipes. The question is, how many ingredients am I out of? I have 1 toadstool, 1 mandrake, and a big pile of all the herbs. Let's see. Okay, can't make a heroic brew without grey mold, and grey mold is hard to find. Could make 1 protection brew. Could make 1 strength elixir. Could make 1 energy elixir. Huh. Healing, curing, hasting. Energy potions are a lot easier to make, but they won't restore as many spell points. But it's also going to be a lot better for my resource management right now. So let's see if I can make 1 dose of the invulnerability potion. Well, again, first let's save. Protection brew get. And I'm out of my high-level potion ingredients. And let's see if anybody else has picked up some... Well, no, that's regular mushrooms. Anybody else have potion ingredients they'd like to share with Sabrina? No. But you've got the find herb skill. What are you doing? How are you not carrying extra random herbs? Hmm. Who should get protection brew? Healing and haste. Haste, healing. Well, Andrew already has an invulnerability elixir, so that means that Teresa gets the protection brew. Huzzah. Actually, what I should do here is cast Safe Travel. Now I can walk over lava unharmed. There's an obsidian statue of a huge demon here. Its finely cut black eyes seem to follow you as you move. This is a massive basalt altar. It is covered with heavy stains and disturbing carvings. It overlooks a fierce tumult of magma and flame. Huge clawed bats fly through the sulphurous clouds, and howls echo towards you in the steam. This is the realm of Grah-Hoth, the demon lord, whom you freed and who waits for your approach. And I think just east of these totems is another secret passage. That doesn't actually have anything for me right now. Odd. Wait, maybe it does. Aha, glowing spirit. It floats closer. You can see it's the ghost or shade of a young woman. She smiles, clearly pleased to see you. Greetings. We were summoned and sent by Solberg the wizard. We can aid you. A look of urgency appears on her face. I sense I am followed. I must flee. I've been in the fortress of our common foe. The barriers can be passed. She hands you a twisted black iron key. She glows brighter for a moment, and your wounds heal. Excellent. If you can't reach Grah-Hoth's fort, go to the Waterfall Warren. Imagine getting all the way here and not having the Orb of Thralney. The Orb of Thralney will help you. Now I must go. Solberg sends his best wishes. She fades into a wall. Moments later you hear a roar, and several red bolts of light fly into the wall after her. You pocket the black key and back away. Black iron key. You obtained this ugly black iron key in the infernal reaches of Grah-Hoth's realm. And are you a helpful spirit as well? You see it's the ghost or shade of a young man. He smiles. Welcome humans, we've been sent to help against Grah-Hoth. His release has caused great consternation in the spheres. I cannot stay long. We must struggle to avoid Grah-Hoth's gaze as it is. But I can tell you one thing. One of us went spying in his tower. She is hidden due west of the totems. No, I said east, my mistake. Near here. Go to her. Good luck. The spirit fades away. And that is how you know how to find her. More or less. Level 3 safe passage lasts a very long time, and I like that. Also, it got me around some more skeletal warriors. Actually, I do still want the Radiant Robe over the Shadow Leather because it gives me extra protection from magic. Which I am more likely to be hit by magic than I am by anything melee. And the layout here is somewhat different than it is in Exile. It's one of the areas that got significantly rewritten. You get your first good look at Grah-Hoth's fortress. The place is a huge, arching, Gothic horror of architecture. Carvings on the walls depict debaucheries beyond imagining. I imagine it looks something like a Hieronymus Bosch painting. And tiny, loathsome creatures sport and fight in the shadowy corners. also like a Hieronymus Bosch painting. The place is old, centuries or more. In Grah-Hoth's absence, the whole west half crumbled, and all of the other walls show signs of wear and decay. Inside, you can hear the sounds of work as the fort is repaired and restored. You have finally reached Grah-Hoth's home ground. Here is where Avernum's battle with him can be settled, once and for all. Also, is it just me, or does it seem like Jeff never really made up his mind whether this or the shattered fort in the south of Avernum was Grah-Hoth's old base of operations? I mean, he can certainly have two forts. He's a demon lord of lords, after all. This dark courtyard contains a gallery of statues. However, the statues are not stone, but the frozen form of beings, some human, some slith, some demonic. They move incredibly slowly. You can clearly hear their moans and pleas for release. Their spirits must be trapped in the stone. The miserable sounds they make are making your skins crawl. Also, hello friends. Yeah, maybe frontal assault wasn't the smartest move here. But maybe I'm overpowered enough to make it work just fine anyway. Ew, acid spit. One of Grah-Hoth's lieutenants falls. Its loathsome form falls heavily to the floor. As the body begins to decay, it puts off acrid odors as it rots away before your eyes. You notice it has something suspended from a leather thong around its neck. You grab it. It's a large key, made of twisted black iron. Apparently there's a couple of copies of that floating around. I do have curing level 3. And it does work on acid. Excellent. Where did the skeletal warrior go? Oh, way back there. Pfft. Get wrecked. So, I don't think the demons dropped anything good here. And I don't think the imps can pass through these runes. Hee hee. Actually, can I talk to these? I can talk to the imps. They're friendly. This is a 4-foot-tall, scaly creature. It is thin, but its wiry muscles are strong and sure. It looks up at you with dull eyes. It doesn't seem to find you very interesting. Submit to me, demonic creature. Or, greetings, friendly imp. It looks you over. Your friendliness doesn't seem to have impressed us. What are you doing? It makes a long, hissing sigh. I slave now. I work on walls. Yes, Grah-Hoth come back and make us slaves. We work on his fort. It looks up at you, a vague thought appearing in its tiny brain. You want meat, Grah-Hoth? You here to slay boss guy? Why, no, we mean Grah-Hoth no harm. Yes, we are here to slay Grah-Hoth. We are no fans of, bad bosses. Its eyes light up. You are? Good, good. Go find talk Teorik. He in trash pit. We no like Grah-Hoth. He make us slave. Find Teorik. It looks around to make sure its overseers have heard what it said, and wanders off. If I say submit to me, foul demonic creature, it shrugs. It doesn't seem interested. We mean Grah-Hoth no harm. Oh, bye. So, which of these runes can I pass? Not those. And not those either. I shall have to try. The light here is red but gentle and soft. The tendrils settle in the pocket in which you hold the twisted iron key. Okay then. Oh, nice. Level 3 Divine Restoration is capable of overhealing. Which means I have more than the usual maximum health. So the imps don't really feel like messing with me one way or the other. Except to encourage me in aiding their mutiny. Little forge. This looks like a trash pit. Are you the imp I need to talk to? Nope. So I don't remember exactly which of these tools I need. I know I need a hammer. Okay. This looks like another trash pit. And you are Teorik. There's an imp hiding in this trash pit, picking through the filth, looking for food. It notices you as it starts to eat a large pale grub. It says, "Oh, humans! You no kill Teorik. I no mean harm to you. Die, demonic scum." But no, we don't want to kill this one. There's no glory in that. What are you doing down here? I hide from Grah-Hoth. He enslave us. He take our freedom. Your freedom to do what? Sinister imp things. You know, it bares its teeth. We hate Grah-Hoth. We hope you humans come to kill him. Why? Because then he gone, and we go back to free and easy imp lifestyle. No more repairing walls and sweeping and getting beaten by full demonkin. Could you help us kill him? Yes, yes. I tell you one thing. Grah-Hoth fort locked up. Locked up good. But we seal secret passage in. Not sealed well, though. East of here, storeroom. Secret passage in east wall. Open up and you get in. Kill Grah-Hoth. Would you come with us and help us slay Grah-Hoth, tiny thing? You think Teorik born yesterday? No way. I get eaten up all good. Entirely fair. Remembering what Teorik told you, you examined the east wall of the chamber. You never would have noticed if you hadn't been warned, but there is a walled-up passage in one corner. With some effort, you might be able to tear down the wall. It takes a few minutes, but using the conveniently placed trowels and hammers, you tear down the wall, revealing a passage beyond. Yay. Uh-oh. No way back from here. Again, I could wish for a spell that combined blessing and shielding, but oh well. Okay, just bones and garbage. Oh, right, Andrew can also cast some priest spells. And hammer. You know, that bit about conveniently placed trowels and hammers to break down the wall is probably a hint about what you'll need later on in this passage. So hard to see the zombies against this floor. And I know it now that I've complained about that before. Andrew only has curing at level 1. Healing level 2, though. It's not like I ever use his spell points for anything anyway. Section of the west wall has been repaired lately, probably by imps. They didn't do a very good job. You might be able to tear down the wall. Thanks to your hammer, you're able to make short work of the wall. You quickly clear away a hole big enough to allow passage. And, of course, we find even more demons. From all directions, you can hear the sounds of hissing and snarling. On the upside, the raucous roaring of the demonic legions housed here obscured the noise of your smashing the wall. On the downside, there's a lot of demons nearby. Oh, phooey. Slow, haste, and ice lances do seem to be your favorite spells. Let's see if there's anything good in the demon nests. Unidentified ring. crud, there's a Mung demon nearby. And that's the one. No item. What do you mean no items nearby? I can clearly see a jewel right here. I guess it's supposed to be hidden inside the nest and not just sitting on top of it. Sure. Yeah, why are mouse controls hard? Also, I have basically no idea what these rings are. Okay, so, great, Luigi's got Unshackle Mind. And Sabrina is still capable of it. Cures mental problems. Make your own mental health joke and then keep it to yourself. Must remember, it's better to keep the mage out of melee range. Oh, the two of you are the only spirity things. Everything else is just summon trash. Well, I know what I can do with summon trash. Meanwhile, Andrew could probably use a hand. Wait, who, what, where? Oh, you, there. I'm gonna need some of that energy potion. And fortunately for me, Repel Spirit is low cost and very spammable. And it can be good to give one of your fighters a little bit of intelligence and spellcasting ability, so that they serve as a decoy for Mung Demons and other such spell point draining assholes. Okay. So what have we here? Unidentified javelin. Honestly, probably cursed or something. What's more interesting is unidentified mind crystal. Don't mind if I take that. Ha ha ha. Okay, so this looks like central courtyard type area. What? How can the Mung Demon even see me from over here? Mung Demon is cheating. Yeah, that won't save you. Can't re-up my hasting anytime soon. Oh well. And having Andrew go and play with mutant lizards is totally a good use of his time and talents. Stupid freaking goblins. Oh yes, keep summoning. Summon all you want. Summoning just prevents you doing damage to me. See? Just like that. Okay, anything hiding in these nests? Gold ring. Meh. Various kitchen implements. But apparently nothing edible by human standards, which honestly makes sense. Okay, so the only real path forward, I believe, is in here. And I am not feeling... well, I could say I'm not feeling as hot as I want to be. But the dumbfounding is worn off, which is very useful. Oof, the Rod of Arcana only gives me about 40 energy. Eh. Okay, who needs the healing? Don't want to use all of my healing potions right now. Better. Ooh, I don't have any Balm of Life. I hope that doesn't become a problem. Pretty much the only thing that I can make that I haven't yet is Hasting Elixir. And honestly, I would kind of prefer to save my energetic herbs for the energy potions. Not sure exactly when the combat is going to begin on me. But casting Beast Ceremony before going through a doorway is probably a good idea. Or it could be a complete waste of time. So let me just get those spell points back real fast. There we go. Suddenly, with a thunderous boom, the walls around you dissolve, leaving you standing in the middle of a huge, arched chamber. All around you, huge demons laugh and cavort, and occasionally emit flames from their bodies. In front of you all stands the largest demon of them all, Grah-Hoth, foul lord. He smirks. "It is time at last for this game to come to an end," you're telling me. "I've wasted enough time on you. Once I had this realm to myself. All of these caves were mine. Then you humans, your warriors and your wizards, they came and they stole my land. They imprisoned me. They dared. Now I begin to take back all I have lost. I will kill every human in what you call Avernum. And I start with you." As one, the creatures charge. know, it occurs to me I probably should have saved an invulnerability potion for at least one of my spellcasters. I'm sure this will be fine. I've got very high level shielding spells after all. Rod of Major Call. I do have Arcane Shield at level 3. Oh yeah, that gives me invulnerability and some other good stuff. Oh, don't go dumbfounding Luigi here. Okay, Rod of Major Call, go! Let's switch to my acid bolts. No better time to use them. You're not Grah-Hoth, you're a Hakai, but it'll be good for me to kill you anyway. Grah-Hoth is the one standing right behind you. I do sometimes miss the graphical style of Exile. It was a little bit easier to tell who was who and who was standing where. Luigi's spellcasting is severely compromised. Teresa, Protection Brew now. Powerfully shielded. Ooh, Arrows of Light. Those are even better than acid arrows versus demons. Or they should be, anyway. Yeah, I don't really like all this dumbfounding. And although I'm slowed because I've got Divine Warrior on me, I still have lots of AP. Let's just keep summoning. It's not like I'm ever going to use these anywhere else. Whoa, excuse me. Teresa just took a protection brew. She is supposed to be not taking that much damage right now. What do you mean Sabrina doesn't know any spells? Curses. Many curses. I can't target these guys because they're not enough letters. System has its flaws. Okay, you are a regular demon, Grah-Hoth, of course, and Mung Demon could be causing problems for my casters. Can I get around this mess? And who is hostile? Vapor Rat. I can't even tell who wants to kill me versus who doesn't. Sabrina still can't cast any spells. Sabrina could use one acid, maybe. Oh, geez, oh man. Luigi has no spell abilities and cannot just toss the healing elixir over to Teresa in the middle of combat. And too many targets. Well, darn, I may need to restart that and reconsider my strategy just a little bit. Because I don't like leaving people dead on the field. Okay, so can't engage with these demons. Probably not worthwhile. can absolutely go try and mess up the Mung demons before they mess me up. Okay, Luigi's a little dumbfounded. That's fine. Switching over to Acid Bolt, which may or may not even be doing me any good. Okay, Mung Demon. Draw aggro from the Mung Demons. And we're down to one Mung Demon. And we're already down to no Mung Demons. This is much better. Much better. Oh, right, with the dumbfounding. I can fix that. On myself. Okay, Aunt Teresa is about to have problems, so she needs Protection Brew. Divine Warrior for everyone! Okay, did you do something where I can't hurt this guy now? Yeah, not that bad. Yeek! Actually, can Grah-Hoth slow me, or does he just attack a lot? That's a good question. I think Grah-Hoth just attacks a lot. Okay, haste me and my allies. And let's start throwing out some more Repel Spirits. Which would be a bit more effective if there weren't so many targets. Okay. Some of the trash is cleaned up. Okay. Oh, I think there's at least one more skeleton, but nyeh. This is going much better. Grah-Hoth's back arches. He opens his fanged mouth and emits a shrill, deafening noise. Its half-angry roar and half-desperate gurgle as his ravaged form attempts in vain to hold on to life. And then he falls. His massive reptilian body collapses to the ground. Moments later, it catches fire. You step back, shielding your eyes, and his foul form burns away. The rock underneath bubbles and melts. Then, with a final cloud of sulphurous gas, Grah-Hoth is gone. Dead. Avernum is rid of him forever. You look around. The tiny, foul creatures gibbering in the corner have fled. The passages are quiet. Grah-Hoth's demons are gone. You are victorious. So possibly if I had not already killed all of the other demons in the room, they would be gone now. But I see the... Oh. Yep, I moved and all the skeletons also disappeared. Hooray! Also, man, I think I would hate to be doing this battle as a singleton. Although if I focused on the combat, maybe I wouldn't mind so much if I got dumbfounded, if I could rely on pre-battle buffs and potions to get me through. So, unidentified plate mail, unidentified greatsword, basic charm, good versus acid, mystery gloves, and blessed cloak. But everybody already has either a blessed or a dragonskin cloak already. Armor, the big silver t-shirt. And that is one of the sprites that gets used in quite a lot of games. I wonder if these runes were ever meant to have a message on them. Also, big demonic hot tub. Luxurious. Big demonic pile of pillows. Steel halberd. Ooh, grey mold salve. Not that I need it anymore. Oop, treasure cards. Blessed steel helmet. Ooh, another dragonskin cloak. A knowledge brew if I needed more XP for anything. Regular steel helmet. Blessed steel helmet. Regular steel helmet. Teresa, finally, you get a blessed steel helmet. And I think all of these chests will, in fact, kill me if I try to open them. Yeah, they all give me the same message of massive stone chest covered with protective glyphs, The container radiates heat, noticeable even in this sweltering chamber. As you try to open the box, the heat starts to burn you. You lift the lid, and searing light is starting to shine out of the opening. So you do get a little bit of warning there. Don't keep trying to open the box. You will die. There is no disarming that trap. And if I really want to, I can hop back down into the side tunnel here. Oh, and is there a secret little chamber over this way? How might I get in there? Oh. I think I have to jump down, actually. They locked me in the chamber, thinking that would be enough to stop me. I suppose it is, in fact, theoretically possible to kill yourself by jumping down from a high place. Farsight tells me where the secret rooms are. It does not tell me where the secret entrances might be. There it is. Iron bars, trash. Looks like a wooden staff over here. And a barrel of hammers. And we can tell the imps that we've killed Grah-Hoth, as if that wasn't obvious somehow. You did! Hooray! It disappears. Yay. Teoric waits to see what you have to say. We killed Grah-Hoth. It laughs. That show him you do good. Bye. It disappears. So if I really wanted to, I could, one by one, tell all of the imps that Grah-Hoth is dead. I'm sure they'll be able to figure it out on their own, eventually. But yes, go and spread word of my mighty deeds! And now to get out of here without injuring myself further. As you leave Grah-Hoth's fortress, you look back one last time. Already, changes are taking place. The black stone is starting to crack again. The ages of decay, held off by Grah-Hoth's magic, are catching up with a vengeance. The clouds of sulfur and smoke are fading, and the gargoyles no longer look as sinister. As you watch, one of their heads falls off. The aura of evil and malevolence, no longer supported by the fort's evil master, is fading. You see shades rising above the fort. The spirits trapped by Grah-Hoth have been freed. Yay, I forgot to check on those. They can find peace at last. Avernum owes you a great debt, and a debt of such magnitude you can hardly comprehend it. Grah-Hoth, tormentor of your nation since its founding days, is gone. Your people are safe from him at last. You look for a few more minutes, savoring your victory. Then you leave Grah-Hoth's fort behind. You've completed the first of the 3 great quests of Avernum. Congratulations, even if you did this one last. And so it came to pass that in a time of great tumult and warfare, a help came to the people of Avernum. When the brave but poor souls of the underworld, afflicted with enemies below and above, were close to giving up hope, help arrived, coming through the same portal that had sent them into exile. When Avernum was first created, the demon Grah-Hoth was defeated. However, there was insufficient power to destroy him, only to imprison him. At last, Grah-Hoth is destroyed. Avernum can forever be free of that particular worry. No longer will the people of the underworld be threatened by him. As long as the people of Avernum were forced to stay in the underworld, they could never have hope. They could never truly be free. Humans were meant to live in the light of the sun. At last, a route to the surface world has been found. It is still far from clear how this can best be used to benefit the people, but that is an argument for another day. Avernum could only be a happy place when the people who live there are there by choice. Now that escape is possible, Avernum can begin to change from a prison to a home. But Avernum can never be free as long as the Empire rules the world with steel and cruelty. It was Emperor Hawthorne that created Avernum in the first place. And it is he who has made the surface a place of terror unmatched in the Empire's sorry history. I mean, technically, according to game lore, at least in the Exile series, I think Hawthorne's father or grandfather was the first one to start exiling people, but the Hawthorne that we've killed is absolutely the worst of the bunch and was exiling the most people and being the worst tyrant. But now Emperor Hawthorne is dead. The deaths of all who died because of their imprisonment in Avernum have been avenged. The assassination was terribly risky. The Empire's reaction will likely be very swift and very violent. That was a necessary risk, however. You took the chance because there was one thing more important than safety: justice. As long as Hawthorne lived, your world could never be a just one. Thanks to you, tomorrow morning, the sun will rise on a better world. Not a safe world, perhaps, but a world with hope. Well done. Congratulations! You've completed all 3 of the great quests of Avernum. This is a noble accomplishment. You may still wander and adventure, if you wish. No doubt, there are still quests to be done and secrets to be revealed. Because I suppose there are some players who would go and complete all of the endgame quests. Oh, I still have the hammer. And the trowel. But yeah, I suppose there are players who would go and complete all of the major endgame quests without 100%ing everything else in the game first. Oh no, I've stumbled into a demonic patrol. They haven't yet got the word that their lord and master is dead. Eat, Demon Slayer. And bolts. And repel spirit. And some more repel spirit. Piece of cake. Oh no, I'm sure you learned from that quickly, Zach. Orb does not grant infinite flight. That's... well, I barely need curing anymore. Okay, so what would be the fastest way out of here? I think I've gotten all the rewards I can from Erica. But also I'm pretty sure that my boat isn't convenient to this particular zone. Oh, hello, I've missed something. A large group of lizards warmed themselves next to this fumarole. They have formed nests out of large piles of white stone. They are small and innocent-looking. You think you see the glint of metal in their nests. Well, lizards this far out in the middle of nowhere are not going to be regular old cave lizards, I tell you that. Oh, check it out, I found some potion-making herbs. Soon after complaining about that not being a thing. Lost my beast ceremony. Yes, these small and innocent-looking lizards are basilisks. And they're not immune to anything. Wow, I think Divine Fire still does as much or more damage as level 3 Arcane Blast. You search the nests. You find a bunch of coins, some trash, and a pike. Yay. No longer have my safe travel. But wait, there's more. You don't think anyone intentionally built this stone hut in this ridiculously hard-to-reach location. It looks like a cavequake opened up the steam vents in this corridor after it was built. There are bones on the ground. They look sort of human, except for the fangs. The residents, whoever they were, must have been trapped here. Human, but fangs. Vampires, maybe? You search the hut. There's lots of lava bat wano and broken pottery. No treasure, though. Either the residents were poor, or someone looted the area before you. You have the luck to notice that there are several stone tablets on the wano. In the wano? You scrape the scum off and realize that the thin sheets are covered with writing. Between the script and the wear, it's very hard to read the writing. You can tell one thing, though. It's some sort of magical inscription. And Luigi has learned Create Illusions level 3. Yay. But that was one of the few level 3 mage spells I was missing. I don't have level 3 Bind Foe, and I'm fine with that. I don't yet have level 3 Arcane Summon. I think I get that from King Micah after killing Grah-Hoth. The only level 3 priest spell I'm really missing is Divine Warrior. I could get level 3 mass healing. In fact, Luigi has it, but it was enough of a pain I didn't want to do it. Oh, and there's also something hidden over here. I think this is another one of the fake exits. This is a dried up lava tube rising steeply away from the tumult below. As you climb, the tube gets steeper and cooler. It looks like this passage goes up quite a long way. It would be a difficult climb, but not beyond your abilities. You climb, and keep climbing. Your excitement grows, as the surface world gets closer and closer. You may have finally found another escape route from Avernum. Then suddenly the passage starts to shake. Blocks of pumice and basalt fall from the ceiling. You quickly climb back down, and the shaking stops. You start up again, and it starts again. You head back down in disgust. When you're almost to the bottom, there's an explosion above you. The passage seals itself. The magical trap has blocked another possible escape route. The search continues. Boo hiss. And I see that I've already gotten the alien blade and probably already been in the barrier cave as well. And I think there's some sort of gem I can get over here if I haven't already. The heat keeps you from reaching most of the crystals. One of them looks like you could reach it safely. You move out into the steam and hot water and knock loose a large cluster of greenish crystals. As you leave, you notice you're being followed. Turns out you were looting somebody's holiday resort. Ah, just emeralds. But I'm fighting only imps and a couple of drakes. Eh. Drakes I can use fire on, imps I can't. But the imps are vulnerable to repel spirit. I win. Oh, really, Andrew? Really? Hooray, looting! And alas, Erica does not have a quick way to get us back to civilization in this game. We've got to wait until Exile/Avernum 2 for fast travel. Stopping into Barga, partly for identification, but also to make sure I've done a thing. Found the exit. Probably I already did that. But it's good to make sure. Blessed Greatsword, Blessed Pike, Blessed Plate Mail. Polished Plate Mail. This item protects you from things that try to turn you to stone. Not that that's been a huge problem for me lately. Gauntlets of Might. Do I? Okay, Andrew does have a set of Gauntlets of Might. Sabrina, why don't you have gloves? And Mind Crystal of Lay on Hands, which is, in my opinion, one of the less impressive special abilities. I guess it's good if you're trying to go for a no priest spells route, but woof, that would be a challenge. Sticky Charm. Cursed. Armor Ring, and Ring of Blurred Vision, that's definitely cursed. And right, I can sell things to the healer of all people. Though, as you can see, you should only sell things to Prin that you don't care if you never see them again. Oh, I can uncurse items. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, the Sticky Charm and Ring of Blurred Vision are still worth basically nothing. But I can sell them now. And, presumably could take them on and off as needed. Here, Teresa, you can get even more ridiculously good at sword combat. Teresa has 40 skill points! Good lord. And with as much skill bonuses as she started out with, she could be just a redonkulously powerful character. She does take a fair bit of effort to get, though. Teresa, you have to join the Scimitar in order to recruit her. So that's pretty solid mid-game quest there. Andrew's got 36 skill points. Sabrina has 41 skill points, and again is already a very powerful priest. Meanwhile, Luigi has 8 skill points, because he is higher level than everybody except Andrew. Andrew, I guess, finally caught up. Sabrina's only level 26, and these are her stats. Goodness. There's not a whole lot of point in training when I've already done all of the hardest quests in the game. Okay, nothing back there. I do not need to deal with people of Spire again. Heroes of Avernum just passing through. I think this dungeon was another one that was broken down and infested with eye beasts. Some sort of bandit lair. Unfortunately for its former occupants, it has excuse me. Reason Unfortunately for its former occupants, it has recently been attacked. The walls have been blasted in and in some cases shattered by spells. Charred bodies are scattered in the ruin. You find a few scraps of somebody's notes and diary. This was indeed a bandit lair, responsible for vicious raids all over the Great Cave. Now the bandits are all dead, killed by eye beasts. You can't feel too bad about it. Yeah, this dungeon, I think, doesn't have a lot of narrative significance. It's just, there were bandits, and then eye beast attack. Oh no, vapor rats. You cannot curse me hard enough to make me any less of a threat to you. There seems to be something else in here. Blessed short sword, okay. So I know there's another secret passage. The question is exactly where. There it is. Oh yay, trash. And some mushroom merlot. Silver drinking cup and drakeskin armor. Ooh, and there's another mind crystal in here. Fancy that. Mind crystals can be pretty big loot. And that is probably the fastest I've ever cleared out that dungeon. And while it's very possible to speedrun right through the middle of Fort Saffron, there is some other stuff we can do. Should be, anyway. That's not supposed to be there, is it? Hostile soldiers. Ah, rogue warriors. You're definitely not supposed to be here. Ah, there it is. Farther down than I thought. We've discovered a bandit nest right in Fort Saffron. The way this mage was barking orders, you think he was the leader of this band of brigands. Now, thanks to you, he has received harsh justice for his life of crime. Okay, if you're going to pull out spells like that... then I will show you how a real mage does things. now your loot belongs to me. Or it would if it was any good. I didn't find exactly the right spot for that one either. Who's the commander here? You? Yes, Commander Novak. We found some brigands hidden in a secret passage. We killed them. You did? Excellent. Thank you for your help. That's the first bit of good news I've gotten in weeks. That explains why the brigands have been able to slip by Fort Saffron so easily. Yay. So apparently that wasn't an official quest, that was just a good deed I can do. Cool. There's actually not much else to this place. Oh, there was a message that I didn't actually quite read. Something about the people of Blosk worshipping me as a hero. Okay, so... I think I just have one or two things that aren't identified. Yeah, just you. Ooh, Mind Crystal of Magery. Now that's a good one. Magery gives you intimate familiarity with the secret ways of magic. Any spell you cast will be more effective. The more you have, the better the bonus. You can't train this. And, oh, wow, Sabrina already has 6 points in Magery? Jesus, she is so overpowered. And Luigi has 2. Luigi now has 5 points in Magery. Very good. This way. When you enter the throne room, King Michael looks relieved. "You have returned," he shouts. "You survived your expedition." As he stands and embraces you, 3 large sacks of coins are brought to you. "Come and speak with me. Tell me of your adventures and of your victory over Grah-Hoth. At last, Avernum's victory over him is complete. Our people may sleep easy at last." He returns to his throne and waits for your approach. "We did it! We slew Grah-Hoth! Avernum is safe!" Micah and the royal guard listen with great interest. "You have done a great deed. I declare you to be Knights of Avernum. Eventually, fame and power is assured to you." Also, is it just me, or would Knights of Avernum make a pretty good metal band name? "For now, I think it would be best if you continued to wander, seeing all the things Avernum has to offer and doing all the good deeds you can. Also, there's a powerful magical tome in my chambers. You should read it. It may help you." I get 1,000 coins. I now know Arcane Summon level 3. And also Divine Warrior level 3. And I have basically all of the level 3 spells, or at least all the ones I care about. And in fact, I've done basically all that I care to in this game. I could perhaps someday try doing a challenge run with only a single player character. Not sure how interested in doing that I am. It would definitely run into some inventory management concerns. But we have now seen the end of this game twice in this streaming series, and I think that is plenty. So this will be the final time Salliekat streams Avernum, at least until I start up Avernum 2, whenever that may be. And it is getting on past my bedtime here, so I will say goodnight and see you all in some other game. Have a good night, everybody.